Gentlemen, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today, I want to go over something beautiful, something amazing, something awesome, the iPod Classic, the iPod in general. Now, if you want to get rid of streaming services for music, specifically Spotify, you want your money to go to the creator of said music and not to something you don't want to support necessarily when it comes to Spotify, because they also pay out the least from what people have said in for their payouts per stream. Or if you don't want to pay for streaming music at all, you can do this. Would be get an iPod Classic. Now, yeah, this is the iPod Classic 7th generation. It is an incredible music player. As you can see, we have the classic cover flow here, and it is just perfect. Oh, the animations are just so nice. It's just so amazing. It's fantastic. Specifically, the reason why you would want to get an iPod Classic is because it's easily moddable. Not necessarily an iPod Classic, sorry. iPod 5th generation, I know, is the easiest one to modify. The iPod Classic does have, in my opinion, the nicest look, the slimness of it, the nice brushed look of the front. This is actually my iPod Classic from back in the day that I decided to modify to put some music on it, and it has been doing me wonders. I've been using it since about, I want to say August, I believe. So just a few months, but it has been such a great time. The thing about this is not only can it play music, it can play video as well. So if we go to video here, if I go to TV shows, as you can see, we have three shows here. We have Evangelion, the sub, specifically the VHS rip of the sub. I love the way VHS looks. Why is that so bright? I love the way VHS looks and sounds. So specifically, these are the VHS subs of it, original one. Terra Nova, which is the only show I've ever purchased on iTunes specifically. And it was the first show I ever purchased on iTunes. I think it's the only show I've ever bought on iTunes. I don't know if I bought anything else TV show wise on iTunes. Terra Nova, of course, and we have Yu-Gi-Oh! Shout out, all 5 seasons running on here as well. And she just finished watching Terra Nova the other day on this, the whole way through, and I was just like, you know what, I want to talk about this device here. It's amazing. It's great. Of course, you do have movies here as well. Yeah, End of Eva, of course, Pokemon Forever, and Pokemon the first movie. Love these movies. They're just good watches. I do plan on adding some more movies to here. I just haven't decided, and having to go through the process of downgrading the movies to a quality to be able to be played on here can be a bit much, but it's worth it. So, but yeah, but if you wanted to get rid of your streaming services, save some money, support creators one to one by just buying their albums and then taking the CDs and putting them on, let's say, your iTunes. That is what I'm using as iTunes. You can do that too. And if you already have a bunch of CDs, I mean, some people have CDs, you can get them used so cheap at garage sales and yard sales and estate sales and whatnot for so cheap. Certain albums are so cheap. You can go out and buy them. It is just so great. I have probably spent more time listening to music on this recently than I have in a while. For the most part, I don't listen to a whole lot of music, or I didn't. And then when I went through the process of modding this, I think because I modded it, it made me want to use it more. I don't know. That could be a plus for you. That could be a plus for me. Either way, it's been a awesome time using this device again. I did not put custom OS on it. You can put something like Rockbox on here. I do prefer the classic OS for the iPod. It is just really nice, and I actually strictly just use iTunes to be able to put in the music, edit the albums, all kinds of stuff. It's been a really great time. And the modifications on this guy are actually, let's see if I can go to settings, go about. Here we go. As you can see, ignore the little metal part. Screen's a little messy. Screen's a little messed up. But that's okay. I'll probably buy a new screen and I'll replace it because it's super, super easy. As you can see here, we have 564 gigs free, and we have 1,075 songs, 262 videos, 3 games, classic iPod games. I know you can put the other ones on there, but I don't really use this to play games on. I just kind of watch stuff and listen to music. But even with 1,000 songs and 262 videos, I've only used 25 gigs. Like, how crazy is that? Insane. But yeah, so I've modified it. I'm using a flash SD card reader, I think it's called the iFlash, and I'm using micro SD cards as the actual hard drive, so there's no mechanical drive in here, so it's dead quiet. It's way lighter now too, and it's just such a nice device. And so with that, it just makes it run faster, makes of course storage a lot easier. And if I ever wanted to upgrade the storage, I can just take out one of them, put in another one, and then it works. But of course, you can put in a terabyte of storage if you want. I just know I'll never need that much, so I just don't put it in. I just don't put it in. Also, I could probably put in some audiobooks. Ooh, that'd be kind of fire. I haven't done that yet. Maybe I'll put in some audiobooks. It'd be awesome. I have been meaning to want to read through the Halo series of audiobooks, or listen, I guess, to the Halo series of audiobooks while at work. So maybe I'll find some of those. Maybe I'll pick up some of those and see if I'm able to put those on here. If I can figure out a way to buy them and then put them on here, because I know Audible kind of locks you into Audible. But anyways, so I just wanted to kind of bring attention to the iPod. If you want to break out of the streaming service plague IMO, then get an iPod. These go for, I mean, they're getting a little pricey. You can get a fifth gen, even if you get one with like no hard drive working. You can probably get one for like 80 bucks, 100 bucks. And honestly, if you can get one for under 150, do it. Like if you can find one for under 150, do it. Of course, this was my old one, so I've had this one forever. So I didn't have to buy it. I've just had it for a long time, and I was like, you know what? It's time to make a modification. And there is a company called Boxy Pixel. I saw that they are introducing a iPod modding case. So if you don't know Boxy Pixel, they usually offer metal casings, a lot of the time metal casings for retro handhelds and or the Switch. They actually have one for the Switch, which is pretty cool. Or metal housings, I guess I should say. But they actually have one for the iPod now, and unfortunately, it's sold out right now. But once they have another one, I think I'm gonna get it. It just looks so clean. It's got a nice glass front. I would love for them at some point. I know what I think it's impossible. I'm fairly certain it's impossible, but to run an OLED screen on here, I don't think it's possible. But if it is, that'd be super cool. It's probably not. I don't even think this thing could power an OLED screen. Maybe. I don't know how that stuff works, man. It might, but if it does, that'd be sick. But yeah, so if you want to break out of that bubble, that streaming bubble, please check out an iPod. Get a cheap one. iPod fifth generation on eBay is so much easier to open because this is metal. As you can see, it's pretty scratched up of me getting it open. And you open it up and it's super easy once you get in there. But the fifth gen is just way easier to open. Please just get the fifth gen and open that one. But if you want to have a bit of fun, of course, I use the classic just because the classic looks so clean. It's just so awesome. You know, I thought about putting the custom OS. I believe it's called Rockbox. I think I said that earlier. Is what it is. So yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on iPods. You know, 2026 is right around the corner. I think it's time everyone kind of gets off the streaming algorithms and the AI inside of their music and this and that, and you know, get an iPod. You own the music. You're not renting the music. You know, like you have those CDs. You own those CDs. You own that music. Own your music, and you will be okay. So, anyways, if you guys liked, let me know down below. If you have any more recommendations on what you want to see, let me know as well. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.